You can feel like you aged 10 years in one afternoon, not in a dramatic way, in a quiet way. Your knees feel heavier walking upstairs, your eyes feel tired even though you're awake, your patience runs thin, your thoughts move slower like they're wading through mud, and you start telling yourself a story you don't even mean to tell. Maybe this is just me now. But for a lot of people, that old feeling isn't age, it's a pattern. And it shows up so consistently that once you see it, you can't unsee it. It usually starts with a normal day. You wake up, you move quickly, you're trying to be productive. Breakfast is light or late, or it's mostly something easy. Then you get through the morning on momentum. You might even feel sharp for a while. And then somewhere between late morning and mid-afternoon, your body pulls the brakes hard. You get sleepy, you get cranky, you feel weak. You want sugar, you want coffee, you want something, anything that feels like fuel. Most people blame themselves in that moment. They think it's laziness, lack of discipline, lack of motivation. They promise to be stronger. They talk themselves into pushing through. But the body doesn't respond to speeches. The body responds to chemistry. A blood sugar crash is not just about feeling hungry. It's often a whole body experience. The foggy head, the shaky hands, the sudden anxiety, the need to snack even when you ate recently, the weird sadness that comes from nowhere, the way your skin feels warmer or clammy, the way your brain suddenly loses interest in everything. This is why it can feel like aging, because your whole system acts like it has less energy, less resilience, less bounce. And here's the part most people miss. The crash doesn't begin when you feel it. It begins hours earlier with the way your plate was built. You might think you're eating fine. You might even be eating healthy. But if your meal is mostly fast-digesting starches or sugars without enough grounding, without enough protein, fiber, or healthy fats, your blood sugar can rise quickly and then drop quickly. The drop is when you feel old. The drop is when you feel like you can't keep up with your own life. And the tragedy is when you crash, you crave the exact foods that make the next crash more likely. Something sweet, something quick, something that hits fast. So the day becomes this loop: spike, crash, patch, spike, crash, patch. It's not lack of willpower. It's your body trying to survive the rhythm you accidentally created. If you've ever noticed that you're fine until you eat, and then you feel sleepy, or you feel irritable, or you want more food right away, that is a clue, not a diagnosis, a clue. If you've ever eaten a big meal and then felt like you needed a nap you didn't plan for, that is also a clue. If you've ever had the experience of getting suddenly tense, then eating and feeling calmer 15 minutes later, that is also a clue. Your body is not being difficult. It's trying to protect you from instability. Now, some people hear blood sugar and instantly think it only matters if you have diabetes, but your blood sugar affects your energy and mood whether or not you have any diagnosis. That's not fear. That's basic physiology. Your brain and muscles depend on steady fuel. When fuel swings, everything else swings with it. And when your fuel swings, your stress hormones often step in to help stabilize things. Your body can use adrenaline and cortisol as a backup system to keep you functional. That's why some people feel wired right after they crash, jittery, anxious, restless, while still feeling exhausted underneath. It's like your body is holding you up with emergency power. That emergency power has a cost. Over time, living in that loop can make you feel older than you are, because recovery feels slower, sleep feels lighter, the body feels less forgiving, the mood feels less steady. Not because you're failing, because your system is doing too much work behind the scenes. So what do? You don't fight yourself harder, you don't try to be good, you fix the plate. And the plate fix is not about eating less, it's about eating in a way that lands differently in your body. The simplest way to understand it is this: every meal needs an anchor. An anchor slows the speed of the meal. It keeps your blood sugar from spiking too fast. It helps you feel satisfied in a calmer way instead of a frantic way. Protein is an anchor, fiber is an anchor, healthy fats can be an anchor. Even starting your meal with a few bites of vegetables can act like an anchor because it changes the pace. But here's the twist most people never try. It's not only what you eat, it's the order you eat it in. If you start with bread, cereal, sweet coffee, juice, a big bowl of rice, or a smoothie that's mostly fruit, you're starting with the fastest thing. You're telling your body, hit me quick. If you start with an anchor, protein or fiber first, then eat the starches after, the same meal can feel completely different 2 hours later. That's why this is about the plate, not your willpower. Willpower tries to control cravings after they happen. Plate design prevents the craving wave from rising so high in the first place. Now, I want you to picture your most common crash meal, the one after which you feel sleepy or snacky. It might be a big pasta lunch. It might be rice with sauce. It might be a sandwich and chips. It might be a smoothie. It might be a breakfast that's basically sweet. Don't judge it, just notice it. The fix is not to ban that meal. The fix is to change the way it lands. Add a protein, add a fiber source, add a fat. Slow the first 5 bites. If you can, take a short walk after. Not a workout, just movement that tells your muscles to help use circulating sugar steadily. Even a 10-minute walk after a meal can make a surprising difference for many people. It's not a punishment, it's a signal. Your body reads movement as we're using fuel now, and it helps keep that fuel from building up and then dropping sharply. And there's another sneaky part. The speed you eat matters. When you eat fast, your body has less time to send fullness signals. That means you can accidentally overdo the very foods that digest fast. Then you crash harder. Slower eating isn't a moral virtue, it's a strategy. It gives your system a chance to do its job without panicking. Now, let's talk about the afternoon, because this is where people feel the old sensation most sharply. Afternoon crashes often happen because breakfast and lunch were built for speed, not steadiness. You might have had coffee, maybe something small, maybe a quick lunch, and then the body says, I'm done. That's not you being weak. That's your system running out of stable fuel. This is why some people feel like they need sugar at 3 p.m. every day. It's not random, it's your pattern showing itself in a predictable time slot. If you want to test whether this is you, don't start with a diet. Start with an experiment. For 3 days, build one steadier meal, just one, and watch what happens. You're not trying to change your whole life, you're trying to see your body respond. Choose the meal that usually leads to the crash. Add an anchor, eat the anchor first, then eat the rest. Then notice 2 hours later. Notice your mood, notice your energy, notice whether you're thinking about snacks with urgency or with calm. That word matters, urgency. When your body is stable, cravings feel like preferences. When your body is unstable, cravings feel like emergencies. Now, I also want to say this with care. If you're dealing with frequent dizziness, fainting, severe fatigue, unexplained weight changes, intense thirst, frequent urination, or if you suspect blood sugar issues, it's worth speaking with a qualified healthcare professional. Your health matters. This video is education, not diagnosis, and it's meant to help you listen better, not ignore real warning signs. But for many people, the change is not complicated. It's quiet. It's practical. It's almost frustratingly simple. Stop building meals that hit fast and fade fast. Stop blaming yourself for the crash that your plate created. Stop treating your body like it's a discipline problem when it's actually asking for steadier fuel. And here's the part that feels hopeful. When you stabilize your blood sugar, you often stabilize more than energy. People notice fewer mood swings, fewer headaches, less afternoon anxiety, more patience with their kids, more clarity during conversations, less nighttime waking, because your body isn't constantly switching into emergency mode. You start to feel like yourself again, not because you became stricter, because you became more supportive. And that's what body intelligence looks like. It's not about controlling the body, it's about cooperating with it. You stop trying to power through signals and you start adjusting the environment, your plate, your timing, your pace, so your body doesn't have to scream to be heard. If you've been feeling old lately, I want you to consider something gentle. Maybe your body isn't aging faster. Maybe it's just tired of riding the same roller coaster every day. Steady your plate. Let your nervous system relax and watch how quickly old starts to feel like stable.